What's going on, everybody? Rambling Ted here. I'm outside of my favorite little laundromat here in a town I live in. Kind of an old school looking laundromat, but I like it. Got a couple things to talk about, I guess. Starting off with AI. Not a fan. Not a fan of anything AI right now. And what started this is a discussion that I had on YouTube with a guy who was posting on other people's videos, trying to get people to come to his channel. And I don't think that's necessarily a bad thing, but when I went and looked at his channel, everything he's got looks like he just fed honestly looks like he took a Wikipedia entry into AI and fed it in there and then just kind of had it make AI images to go along with it. And so I commented that. I asked him if everything was AI, and he's like, well, what's wrong with that? And if you don't know what's wrong with that, I can't help you. You know, there's a lot wrong with just AI generated content in general, and that's probably why YouTube is cracking down on it a little. Gotta get the water tower in there. Last time I was here, I was FaceTiming with my friend Mr. Thrasher he's a YouTube creator too. Mr. Thrasher, he's from Canada. He does a lot of food stuff, a lot of excellent filming location videos. And he could see that water tower behind me, and I didn't realize that a lot of places in Canada do not use water towers. They pressurize their system. I actually had to do some checking on it because I was kind of surprised. But anyway, water towers are ubiquitous here in the States. They're everywhere. But yeah, not a fan, not a real big fan of AI generated content. I won't even use AI to make a thumbnail. I mean, I don't like it. I'm gonna have some stickers coming out pretty soon. And I paid an actual living artist to make my deal. I probably could have went in AI and in 2 seconds had it, but man, listen, artificial intelligence should be used to get rid of the tedium of being a human so that we can be freed up to be expressive. AI being used to create art is just backwards to me. It doesn't make sense. Not a bad little area I live in. It's outside of Texarkana. It's a little city called Wake Village. That's the infamous circle, which I think was the first roundabout around here. And people here, let me tell you what, they hate roundabouts. I like them. You don't have to stop. And if everybody does what they're supposed to do, it works great. Right over there, I can zoom in here. Hang on. Yeah. It's a martial arts academy. The funny thing is that used to be, when I moved here and when I lived here in 85, 86, was a music store. And I remember going down there and drooling over the guitars in that place. But yeah, let me know in the comments. Let me know what you guys think of AI in general. Do you think it's a good thing? I just don't, and I especially don't when it concerns YouTube. There's a flood of AI garbage on YouTube as far as I'm concerned. And even if this person does, and I have no proof that he does that he takes and feeds a script in, but it's definitely words being read by an AI voice. And I mean, that's just, I don't know. I'd rather see a bumbling idiot like me, who's a real person, who's up there talking, than someone who is feeding that in and making having a machine create it for him. But that's me. Maybe your mileage varies on that, but mine, I'm not a fan. Not a fan at all. To me, AI should be synonymous with what that washing machine is doing. We no longer have to scrub our clothes on a board or on a rock. And I think AI should take over the crappy, tedious jobs we don't want to do. And art, to me, is not a crappy, tedious job that we shouldn't want to do. And it's funny, I think of even what I do on YouTube. Some people would probably disagree, but I think of it as an art form. It's art. It's the ability to connect with human beings, you know? And AI does not help you connect with human beings. And man, these people are using AI to make music. Like, where's the joy in that? You put your lyrics in and say, I want a typical sounding country song, you know, and that's what it spits out. A typical sounding country song sounds like every other country song. That's why there's so much country being done with AI, is because it's the easiest one to do. You know, D, C, and G, and maybe throw an A and E in there every once in a while. And you've got most country hits. Put some hand claps and a little break in there. And I'm not saying rock's any better, man. The music to me right now is just, it's boring. It's I haven't heard anything that excites me in years, except maybe this weird group called Agim de Patine, who wear these masks, and it's a two-piece of a drummer and a guitar player, and they're doing microtonal music. But that's so outside most people's realm of understanding that, you know, hard telling. Most people won't get it. I get it, but I'm a weirdo who likes strange music. Really, really strange to be the only person in here. Normally this place has got several people in it, and most of the dryers are tied up. But not tonight, I guess. Maybe my talking to my phone scared everybody off. What else was I going to talk about? There was something else that was on my mind, but I can't really remember what it was. Oh, part of the reason for this video, I'm going to up my, try and do 2 videos a week, and the middle week video will probably be a shorter something like this. But I need to start taking this YouTube thing a little more seriously and really trying to do something with it. I enjoy it. It's fun. There's a lot of interesting things to go see. And I just enjoy getting stuff off my chest and talking to you guys, you know. If anything, and I have a few people that I watch that just make me feel like I'm not alone in some of the weird stuff I like. So, and I enjoy finding hidden places, you know. So maybe I'll just do some videos like this where I talk to you guys a little bit and let you know what's going on with my life. Things aren't bad. Oh, that's the thing. That's the thing I was going to talk about. I have discovered that I enjoy being single. And it's kind of weird. I was always a person who thought I needed to be in a relationship to feel complete. And I feel more complete now than I think I've ever felt. It would take an extremely special person to want me to desire to be in a relationship again. I am, and I'm not trying to say anything bad about anybody I was with in a past relationship. But man, I do what I want to do when I want to do it. I only have to worry about me and my cat, you know. Maybe at heart I'm a selfish guy. I don't know, but I am enjoying being a single man. So if anybody was worried about me when you found out my relationship had ended, do not worry. I am more than fine. Not a bad life for an old guy. I'll be 59 in June. I plan on having a pretty fun birthday. 60 is going to be rough. I'm going to tell you, in a year, when I turn 60, I'm not sure how I'm going to handle that, but it's inevitable. So I guess I need to get used to the idea, right? I don't feel 60. I don't feel that old. I look that old. The gray beard gives it away, but I don't know. Kind of stepping into looking like an old wizard. I'm okay with it. It's a beautiful night here, and I'll tell you, I'm always surprised by the amount of traffic on this little circle here. I said I moved here in '85, and it was a quiet little area, and now this is busy. There's a lot of traffic comes through this circle. There are a lot of people who don't understand how they work, though. Nobody ever signals hardly to let you know that they're turning, and then from that direction right there, coming down that way, these people, if you're in the circle already, you gotta watch out, because people do not stop. They'll just come right out in front of you. Do not care. People here hate circles, and They call them circles. I call them a roundabout, but everybody looks at me funny when I say that. So around here, it's a traffic circle. But yeah, if people coming on from that way right there, if you're in the circle already, they very rarely will stop. I've almost been hit several times, so they don't know there's a right of way sign right there. It's staring them in the face, but I don't think they understand it. Anyway, I've talked about what I want to talk about. I think AI bad, Ted happy. That's the gist of this video, and just wanted to check in with everybody. Hopefully, y'all are doing really well. And remember, costs nothing to be nice. Be good to each other out there, man. There's a lot of crappy, bad stuff in the world, and if we can just keep the circle of goodness going, we'll all be okay, I promise. But we've got to get back to that. We have got to get back to just being happy and enjoying life and not constantly looking for negative. That's what a lot of people do. They constantly look for the negative, and I just don't want to do that anymore, and I don't think anybody else really wants to do it either. I think we're just stuck in a cycle. So let's switch that cycle to the circle of goodness, and we'll all do all right. See you next time. Should have a pretty good video this weekend. So y'all take it easy.